Then after that, we go into the smart interviewing. And for smart interviewing, this is the reason I call it smart interviewing. It's based on Brad Smart, Top Grading, book you need to read. I've mentioned it a few times, and I'm sure a few of you have written it down now. And this is where I come in. So up until this point, I haven't really had that much interaction. My mum's been involved. Usually the project manager in the office has been involved, and they're liaising, getting it down. At this point, we go, right, we've come down to our top few applicants. Let's go ahead and set a time on Skype, and I'll ask them to, we'll set a set time, and I want them to have a webcam as well. So you want to make sure that they rock up on time and they can do their time zone conversions correctly. You want to make sure that they have a webcam which shows they've got good internet connection and they're somewhat internet savvy. At least if you can set up a webcam, that's a little bit of a start. Then we do what's known as a tandem interview. I'll only interview with 2 people, so there'll be the applicant plus myself plus my right-hand person. What the right-hand person does is they're the scribe. They'll sit there and write down everything because we've got a series of questions that we take them through. I used to do it where I'd write it down and it would disrupt the flow. You need to make sure that you've got a scribe, and we also record. We do this over Skype, so we record the interview as well. So that way we can have some of the other team members listen to the interview and see if they get good vibes or bad vibes off the person. So we'll do a tandem interview where I'm asking the questions, and I'll give you an example of some of those questions in a moment. And in addition to that, they'll sit there and scribble down all of the answers. I'll make a few notes here and there. Then the primary thing, or one of the real key areas that I'm trying to get out of this process is going through their work history. I want to go through their resume and get them to talk about each stage of their work history to get to where it is that they are today. Tell me about the boss. Were they a good boss, bad boss? Why did you leave? What did you do? All those types of things. And the reason I do that, it's all about finding reoccurring situations. If they say they've worked at 5 or 6 places, they might not be conscious, but when they're telling you the story, every time they say, yeah, I left because the manager, he was just such an ass, and he was always on my back and he wouldn't give me any time or room to move, and it happened at every point in time. So I don't think, what are the chances of them having 6 of these ass bosses? Slim. They're probably taking the same problem to every job that they go. They're taking themselves. They are the problem. So what we're going through here is looking at their work history to find out if they're a problem. And stars, A players, love to talk about their past. An A player will tell you about their successes. They want to say, yeah, this job I did this, this and this, it was really good. It's the B players that sit there and go, oh, I don't really want to talk about my past, I'll be a little bit cagey about it. So you want to make sure that you ask good questions about their past and people don't change. Early on in the interview as well, I find if I get a gut feeling that they're not right, I'll cut them loose very early. So I won't, I've got a series of questions. I don't want to appear rude, and I don't want to just say, okay, thanks. I'll give them a chance, but usually I'll thin out my questions, and I'll drop a few of my questions out just to get them through. Because if I know, I don't want to waste their time, I don't want to waste my time, and sometimes you just know.